Next up, we got the dumbest rules in baseball. Now, I think we just actually seen a video. It was something about the dumbest rules or dumbest plays or something like that. But we got some more baseball doesn't exist. If y'all want more of these videos, these little narration little videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Y'all also comment what other people y'all want to react to. Whether maybe it's a series or whatever, bro. I'll react to literally anything. But yeah, hey, let's see what it be time by.
Did you know that you won't be suspended if you throw a broken bat at a batter? But
What?
if you drink too much milk before a game, you will be. You don't technically have to touch
Wait a minute,
home.
hold on. People be drinking milk, bro. I know they say drinking milk gets your bones strong. I don't know if that might just be a myth. I don't know if it's really true. But y'all let me know in the comments. Do y'all drink milk? Like, I'm talking about, do you drink milk? Not no after I eat cereal, I'm gonna drink the milk after. No, I'm talking about you go in the refrigerator, pour some in a cup, and drink it like it's water or some juice. I know 90%, 5% of y'all don't do that. Don't even come to my conversation line, bro. I know you don't do it, bro. Nobody drink milk. No one does that shit. I don't know why he did that shit.
In
That's
order
funny.
to score a run, you're allowed to steal first base. But for some reason, drink too much milk before a game, you will be. You don't technically have to touch home in order to score a run. You're allowed to steal first base. But for some reason, dwarfs are banned from Major League Baseball.
What the
Baseball has
fuck?
a ton of ridiculous rules, but one of them stands out as the dumbest of them all. A lot of them are less dumb, yet still confusing. Like the rule that says if an umpire gets nailed by a live ball, the play continues like nothing happened.
No. Yo. Bro, you see he winded up for this right here. Bro, he didn't even know where he was throwing to, honestly. I don't know why he did that. That was a terrible throw. Why did you like he just hoped. Look how he fielded this ball.
The play continues like nothing
Look how he fielded it and how he threw it, bro. He didn't have no sense of direction.
happened.
He just threw. What the fuck are you doing, bro? And that was perfectly lined up to this dude's ear. Ooh, that hurt. I know that shit ring. Oh, I know that shit ring.
According to the rules, base runners could be running around the bases right now. But if an umpire is hit by a ball before it passes an infielder, the play is dead. This is what happened in 2014 when Angel Hernandez was nailed by a line drive.
The thing about this, my last time pausing. The thing about it, I don't get is like, I'm trying to think. How come umpires can't be like in the outfield? Why they gotta be? It's same with football. I don't understand why umpires gotta be on the field, bro. I get it. Okay, like for second base, for example, they try to see if it's obviously safe or not. That's obviously what it's doing. Same with the first base. I think is it umpire on third base? It might be. I don't know. But yeah, though, I understand why. But do they have to be that close, and do they have to? Can't they be behind them? Why they gotta be right here? Especially in football, bro. There'd be literally the play would be, you know, where the linebackers at, right behind the offensive line. The linebackers be right behind them. Then the rest be right behind the linebackers. So if somebody running past, like run a route, running past, bro, he'd be right in the front. He'd be right there. Just get hit by the ball. They don't never try to get out the way either. They just. And then, bro, it's literally, I seen a couple times, they literally be cheating like that. They literally cheat. Like, they do that on purpose. Like, it's crazy.
Hated Angel Hernandez so much, they started cheering.
What?
Angel Hernandez, when Angel Hernandez was nailed by a line drive. The fans hated Angel Hernandez so much, they started cheering.
Oh!
Easily made it to third, but since Angel Hernandez got hit while in the infield grass, the play stopped, costing the Nationals a potential run. But if the ball hits an umpire after it's been fielded or passed by an infielder, the play goes on as normal. This usually results in balls being kept on the infield instead of going to the outfield because umpires were either out of position or just couldn't get out of the way quick enough, almost always.
Damn!
Offense, big
Shit.
time.
Is that man okay?
Just couldn't get out of the way quick enough, almost always costing the
Bro, like somebody shot him in his face or some shit.
offense big time. Like in the 2017 World Series, with a winning run on second base, the Astros tried a pickoff move that would have put the winning runner on third, but it hit the umpire. Instead, the runner had to stay at second, the Dodgers flied out, and ended up losing the game. This rule can lead to some unfortunate outcomes for teams and umpires who have to continue umping.
Then another thing too, it's like, why is the umpires always old? They always like 55 and up. It never be no young umpires that can really get out the way. I don't understand why the umpire gotta be old in the first place. Who made that a thing? You know what I'm saying? Why is every umpire middle aged? Why? Why isn't it we have people who's young in here that can actually get out the way? And they probably have better eyes, reaction time, everything. Like, what do we need? It's in every sport too, bro. It's always middle age. No, actually, no, it's not every sport. It's mostly in every sport, but not every single sport. Because I think like football, basketball, it'd be like some young, like I be seeing like young girls reffing and stuff like that. But it definitely in baseball, it'd never be no. In baseball, it never, ever.
Immense amounts of pain. But in most circumstances, the rule is generally fair. But the rule that states that pitchers aren't allowed to pitch with tattoos, not so much. Yes, as a pitcher, you can technically be punished for having tattoos. Justin Miller found this out the hard way. He was covered in them. His teammate Billy Koch once dared him to get a tattoo that said, quote, "I love Billy Koch," and he got the tattoo on his butt. Billy Koch paid him and his wife $1,500 as a reward for getting the tattoo. Pitchers are not allowed to wear anything on their arms that are distracting to hitters. So if a team complains that a pitcher's tattoos are distracting them, an umpire is able to force that pitcher to wear long sleeves. That's exactly what happened to Justin Miller in 2004, who was told by the league that he would have to pitch in long sleeves after a team he faced in spring training complained that his tattoos were distracting them. And for the rest of his career, because of his tattoos, Justin Miller had to pitch with long sleeves. As crazy as this is, MLB's off-the-field uniform policy can be a lot crazier because according to MLB, players are prohibited. That was not only extremely common, but also may have saved a player's life. But before we get to that, a word from today's sponsor. We all want to be healthy. We want to sub time with under a minute. So instead of stressing about getting all your daily nutrients through a long list of multivitamins, by giving you all your daily nutrients still taste amazing. I've been taking it every morning, and honestly, I just look forward to it for the taste. AG1 is full packs decades. And
actually, I was thinking about getting that,
just by clicking the link below.
Okay.
Do it right
I actually might get that. I'm like, no cap.
MLB teams have been hazing rookies for decades, and in 2016, they finally went too far, forcing MLB to step in. Teams have routinely stolen players' clothes, sometimes destroying them, then forcing rookies to dress up with kids' clothes, stupid costumes, and most commonly, women. And in one instance, it actually might have saved a player's life. In 2004, a man randomly shot a bullet into the Cleveland Indians team bus and hit rookie Kyle Denny in the leg while he was dressed up as a cheerleader. Fortunately, Denny turned out to be fine because according to the team doctor, the thick leather cheerleading boots he had to wear for hazing decreased the bullet impact tremendously. Thanks to the boots, it only caused a minor flesh wound. Unfortunately, after the bullet wound, he never pitched in MLB again. If this would have happened today, things might have ended differently because in 2016, MLB implemented a new policy that prohibits requiring, coercing, or encouraging players from dressing up as women or wearing any other costume that could be seen as offensive. As random as this rule sounds, it might not be as outlandish as this rule, which only became a rule in 2008 after one of the most bizarre events in baseball history. From the beginning of time, pitchers had two options: either pitch with their left hand. From the beginning of time, pitchers.
They got the. He talking about beginning of time. They got the monkeys on there. What the? They got. What the fuck?
Pitchers had two options: either pitch with their left hand or pitch with their right hand. Until Pat Venditti came along. He could throw 85 miles per hour with his right arm, take off his six-fingered glove, put it on his other hand, and throw 83 miles per hour with his left arm. He was the only ambidextrous pitcher in MLB history, and in his first professional game, he faced a switch hitter. He came up to the plate to bat righty. Venditti switched his glove to pitch righty. The batter then responded by going to the other box to bat lefty. Venditti then switched his glove again to pitch lefty. So the hitter decided to switch again to bat righty.
They playing it. They playing, bro. Why they playing around, bro? Y'all niggas playing too much, bro. Like, come on. Y'all like it's like the battle of the two people with superpowers, and they both just trolling each other. Like, bro, come on, bro. And I was wondering too. I'm like, bro, how he putting his hand? Cause bro, whenever like if you ever play baseball and you ever try to put your right, so say like you're right-handed, so you have a left-handed glove, and you try to put it on your right hand, bro, it always feels super weird, bro. How is this dude switching gloves? Like, what the fuck? How is this dude doing it, bro? It's literally like when I do that shit, it literally feels so weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. This is weird for sure.
Switched his glove again
just switching his gloves.
Pitch righty, causing the batter to step out of the box and hit.
So, my question is every glove like that? Like, maybe it just feel weird to me because I'm not left-handed. So, like, you know, like when I put it on my right hand, it just feel like I've never done this before, kind of thing. But every glove really could be for your right hand or left hand. It really don't matter. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know, because I kind of remember like having left-handed glove. Like, I remember that for some. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments.
Lefty. Finally, the umpires stopped the game. But they quickly realized, since this was the first switch pitcher appearance in the history of professional baseball, there was no rule preventing the two from switching lefty to righty for eternity. So, the umps just made the batter hit righty. A couple weeks later, MLB made a new rule that stated a pitcher had to pick what arm they were going to pitch with before the at-bat, and pitch with that same arm until the at-bat ended. Unless that arm got injured, in that case, they could switch. This would continue to confuse batters throughout Venditti's career, including Adrian Beltre, who put his helmet on the wrong side of his head to pretend to bat lefty as soon as he saw Venditti decide to pitch righty. And believe it or not, MLB rules actually allow this. In the old days, batters used to wear helmets like this until 1983, when MLB started requiring players to wear an ear flap. This adds protection for when a pitch comes at a batter's head. But since only one batter's ear is facing the pitcher when batting, MLB players are only required to wear one ear flap. Here's the weird part. There's no rule saying which ear the flap has to be on. Meaning, even though MLB forces players to wear an ear flap for protection, they allow players to wear that ear flap on the wrong side of their head, which adds zero protection. Rafael Furcal did this in 2012. Yasmani Grandal got a single while doing this in 2015. Carlos Beltran did it while hitting his 100th home run, and nobody stopped any of them from doing this. And if a batter wants to put his helmet on backwards, that is also fine. After Randy Johnson threw a fastball over Larry Walker's head, scaring him to death, he did this in the 1997 All-Star Game, and nobody stopped him. Because surprisingly, backward helmets are not banned in baseball. But there are a ton of surprising things that are banned throughout the game. For example, Fortnite. Yes, in 2018, Fortnite was taking the world by storm, and baseball players were addicted. This became a massive problem in multiple major league clubhouses. In Philadelphia,
whoa, hold the phone. What did I just say?
Massive problem in multiple major.
This dude playing Fortnite on the bro. That is sweet, bro. Nah, I understand, but that is sweet, bro.
League clubhouses in Philadelphia.
What the? Is that real? No, it can't be real. Yo, that is sweet. I ain't gonna lie.
Philadelphia, Carlos Santana went into the clubhouse and smashed a TV because players were using it to play Fortnite in the middle of a game. In
hell no.
The Blue Jays made a gaming curfew that forbid players from playing a few hours before the game. In Texas, a policy was put into place that banned all video games during work hours. But no clubhouse had a bigger issue with Fortnite than the Boston Red Sox. They installed TVs inside their lockers so they could play in the clubhouse. The team was doing Fortnite dances in the field. They visited Microsoft.
Nah, bro, that's cringy, bro. Nah, bro. Like, y'all are grown. Like, I understand, because even when I get grown, I'm still gonna play video games. I'm not saying grown people can't play video games. But I'm saying, bro, y'all are grown-ass men. Y'all play for the MLB. You should be worried about your fucking stats and how good you're hitting, how good you're fielding. That's what you should be worried about, not Fortnite. It's not that serious. Fortnite is never that serious, bro. It's never that serious to play a game. Like, that's addiction, bro. That's not even, that's like players, oh, they gotta go smoke a cigarette before a game, or smoke a cigarette, or they can't stop smoking cigarettes, or they gotta go smoke some weed at halftime. They have to, they just literally have to. Like, bro, that's the same shit, bro. I gotta have me a blunt rolled up in the locker room where I'm not gonna be able to make it. Like, that's an addiction. That should be literally banned. That shouldn't even been a thing. I don't understand. This is some shit you would see like high schoolers doing. You know what I'm saying? High schoolers do this shit. Like, what? Playing Fortnite during halftime? Are you serious, dog? Bro, what, bro? I was addicted to Fortnite. I wouldn't say I was addicted to Fortnite, but I love playing Fortnite too. You know what I'm saying? But even this is still like, that's too far, bro. You're at work. You're at work. What the fuck?
Professionals inside their lockers so they could play in the clubhouse. The team was doing Fortnite dances in the field.
Bro, stop,
they visited
bro.
Microsoft to play the game with a professional setup, and pitcher David Price admitted the team regularly stayed up until 2 a.m. playing the game on road trips.
Bro,
at first, this wasn't a problem, but later that year, David Price had to miss time with carpal tunnel syndrome. This led to wide speculation that Fortnite was to blame. Price is adamant Fortnite had nothing to do with it, but promised he would tone down his gaming. Then, in 2019, the Red Sox were terrible, and it seems like the players' Fortnite addictions were becoming a distraction.
That's what I'm saying.
Stirring up reports that Fortnite had been banned by the Boston Red Sox.
Y'all so dumb.
David Price later said,
that's another thing too. If y'all sweet as hell, maybe okay, cause y'all winning championships and shit. I forgot to say that. Hey, that's a perfect good idea. Y'all winning championships, yes. You know, yes, bro, yes. You can play Fortnite, cause you winning championships. You hitting home runs every game. Yes, go ahead, do whatever you want to do, bro. Cause you're handling your business. You know what I'm saying? You can't literally. Like, bro, what, bro? This is basic knowledge, bro. I don't have to sit here and tell y'all. Like, y'all know this, bro. This is basic knowledge. There's no way this couldn't have been a thing, bro. I gotta be high right now, bro.
The game wasn't necessarily banned, but admitted the Red Sox were no longer playing in the clubhouse. Even though MLB has yet to ban Fortnite league-wide, it is banned by certain teams, who all have the power to make their own team-specific rules. For example, the Red Sox have a team rule that says you can't like pictures of women on Instagram during games. Pablo Sandoval found this out the hard way after Jared Carrabis exposed him for liking a woman's picture on Instagram while taking a bathroom.
Bro, come on, man. Hey, bro. I'm actually glad they took this off the shit too. Y'all remember this? Comment down right now. Who remembers this feature on Instagram, bro? This is probably like 2012, something like that, bro. When you could literally see what famous people was doing. You could literally see what they was doing. KFP like 2 of Diva Legacy's photos 20 minutes ago. You could literally see what they was doing, bro. I remember seeing it like Cardi B followed this person. You'd be like, see, Cardi B followed and liked this person's photo. Like, bro, you can see what Drake doing. You know what I'm saying? Do it. You can see what anybody do. Anybody want to stalk? That was like literally the worst. I was remember thinking about this. I'm like, bro, why can't I see this? I literally remember thinking about this when I was a kid. I'm like, why can't I see what they're doing? Like, this is kind of crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Break in the middle of a game. Even though MLB bans phones on
what
the field
the fuck
or in the dugout.
Why do you have your phone? My last time pausing. Why do you have your phone? Wait a minute, what?
Even though MLB bans phones on the field or in the dugout, there is no rule that forbids them from using them in the clubhouse. He was still suspended 1 game. The White Sox have a rule that says that you can't tweet in the middle of the game. Ozzie Guillen ran into this issue after he lost his mind after this call in a game against the Yankees. After screaming at the umpire for over a minute, he was ejected, went into the clubhouse, and started dissing the umpire on Twitter while the game was still happening. There is no official MLB rule that specifically says you can't do this, but the White Sox suspended him 2 games. The Marlins even have a rule that says that bat boys aren't allowed to do the gallon milk challenge in the clubhouse before a game. That was established after pitcher Brad Penny offered a bat boy $500 if he could drink a gallon of milk in an hour without throwing up. The bat boy couldn't beat the challenge and apparently made a huge mess in the clubhouse, causing the Marlins to suspend him 6 games for doing the gallon milk challenge. These rules are ridiculous, but they do make sense and don't really affect the game on the field. Unlike this rule, which is extremely dumb and has cost teams games for no reason. According to MLB rules, you are not allowed to purposely use detached equipment to field a ball. Meaning, if a fielder takes off his glove and throws it,
that's cheating. That's cheating. That's cheating for sure. That's cheating. Come on, let's be honest. That's cheating. Come on, bro. It's saying somebody about to get a home run, you throw your glove up and stop it in the air. Bro, that's cheating, bro. Stop playing. That's cheating like a motherfucker.
Is an automatic triple. This is rare, but it does happen. It also means players can't catch a ball in their jersey or pants and still make an out. That's what Nick Pivetta did in 2017, and even though it was impressive and wasn't called, technically this was illegal. It also means that if a catcher removes their mask and uses it to touch a ball in any way whatsoever, that is illegal. This happened in 1995 with the bases loaded and the winning run on third. The ump didn't even remember it was a rule, but when Tommy Lasorda pointed it out, the ump had to call it, bringing in the game-winning run because even though it had no impact on the play whatsoever, a catcher did this. This was also called on the Rays in 2011, and even their own manager didn't know the rule. Even though the ump was technically right, Joe Maddon completely lost his mind and got ejected. But did you know, according to the rules, even though Joe Maddon got ejected, he doesn't technically have to leave the game? Yes, there is a loophole in the rules that allow ejected players and managers to stay at the game. Bobby Valentine actually tried this after getting ejected in 1999. Instead of leaving the game, he put on a fake mustache and sunglasses and managed the rest of the game in a disguise. The umpires never noticed. However, this was illegal and he was fined and suspended the next day. But if he would have went into the stands dressed like this, it would have been completely legal because according to the MLB rulebook, even if a player or manager is ejected, they can stay at the game as long as they re-enter the stadium as a fan and watch in the stands without a uniform on. Unfortunately, nobody takes advantage of this rule because nobody knows it's a rule. Something else that nobody knows is that according to the rules, you don't have to touch home plate in order to score. This sounds mind-blowing due to the many examples of players accidentally missing bases and getting their runs taken away. But in very rare cases, players don't have to touch any bases and can still score. In 1976, Chris Chambliss hit a walk-off home run to win the pennant and all hell broke loose. Thousands of fans started storming the field. He was basically tackled, ran over multiple fans trying to touch home, but was so overwhelmed, he just ran into the dugout and never touched it. After the game, Chambliss was told to go back onto the field and touch home to make it official. He was escorted by security, but still never touched home because the fans had stolen all the bases. Under the rules at the time, Chambliss was technically out. This run should have never counted, and the game should have kept going.
That'll count, bro. Come on, let's be honest, bro. That'll count, bro. Like, I understand maybe if nobody was on the field and you didn't touch all the bases or you didn't touch the base, okay. But, bro, he literally almost got... They stole the base. First of all, they stole the base, so you couldn't even do it anyways. You was touching where the print is on the ground, the dirt print of where the base used to be. As you gonna touch, the base is gone. Number one. Then everybody was tackling this dude. He probably couldn't even see the bases no more. Everybody in the way. Like, that don't count, bro.
Shortly after, MLB made the Chambliss rule that says if fans rush the field and physically prevent players from touching the bases, the base is still awarded to the batter, meaning that touching home isn't always required. Luckily for Chambliss, MLB was willing to change the rules for him. These players weren't so lucky. They got in trouble just for their cleats, because according to MLB, cleats as flashy as these and as boring as these are both illegal. MLB's cleat policy first faced backlash in 2010 when one of their biggest characters, Brian Wilson, decided to wear these incredibly flashy cleats in the All-Star game.
They're not even flashy, they're regular orange cleats. What the fuck are you talking about? Maybe we saying flashy as in bright, it's a bright color. It's not even that bright, honestly. It's like what? Like orange, yellow almost. Like, it's really not even that bright, bro. I see if it's like yellow. I don't know, bro. It's not that bright, honestly.
This wasn't a problem.
I've seen way more crazier cleats.
Tried to wear them in a real game, the opposing manager complained, saying they were too distracting. Somehow, MLB agreed, banned them, and fined Wilson $1,000. He responded by coloring the cleats in with a Sharpie so he could continue to wear them.
Bro,
as dumb as this ruling sounds, it is nothing compared to when MLB banned Ben Zobrist from wearing these cleats, which were the opposite of distracting. These cleats were supposed to honor Ernie Banks and other players who wore black cleats back in the day. Zobrist was warned by MLB and sent a cease and desist letter that banned them in 2018, causing backlash from players across the league. But even though these cleats are as normal and as boring as they come, they're still technically illegal because according to MLB rules, players must wear cleats that feature at least 51% of their team's primary color. As dumb as this rule is, it can't be known as the dumbest rule, because thankfully, MLB has changed this rule in 2019, allowing players to wear cleats as cool and as boring as they'd like. Meaning these cleats are no longer banned. But did you know that little people are? Yes, this rule dates back to an incident in 1951 when St. Louis Browns owner Bill Veeck wanted to make a spectacle to drive up attendance. He quietly signed Eddie Goodell, a 3'7" man with dwarfism, to a major league contract. Then, as a surprise, had him jump out of a birthday cake in the middle of a game. Goodell was later put into the game as a pinch hitter. The umpires tried to stop this, but after proving that Goodell was on the team, they realized there was no rule against him playing. He went into the box, and since his strike zone was so small, he got walked on 4 straight pitches. MLB found out about this, got pissed, and voided Goodell's contract 2 days later, which set the precedent that little people were an unfair advantage and were not allowed in Major League Baseball. But that has nothing on this rule, which is by far the dumbest rule in Major League Baseball, and is so dumb that even though it is still a rule, players have refused to follow it for decades. According to this rule, Joey Votto high-fiving this fan, giving him a bat and jersey, is illegal. Freddie Freeman wishing Pete Alonso a great season on first base is illegal. Ichiro apologizing to this woman while chasing down a foul ball and making her entire year is also illegal.
Yo, I should just start freaking out like that though. At first she was all like, "Whoa, what did you do that for? Oh my god." Now she
a foul ball and making her entire year is also illegal. Yes, because MLB rules forbid players, coaches, or anyone in uniform from fraternizing with any fan or opposing player at any point while in uniform. This rule was made decades ago because the league was worried players were gambling, and players on opposing teams being friends was a bad look. Luckily, almost everyone in baseball ignores this rule, but believe it or not, some people are trying to enforce it more. According to this report, Joe Torre, who is in charge of MLB on-field operations, made it a point to discourage players from being friendly with one another once fans were let into the stadium, because he thought it was a bad look. Fortunately, this has done almost nothing to slow down the constant banter between players and fans throughout the game.
Hey!